Now we will study the Rashtrakuta Empire. Now in the mid of the 8th century, Danti Durga, who was one of the chieftain of the ancient Rashtrakuta family, fought his way to the front and overthrew Kirtivarman II, thus bringing an end to the main branch of Chalukyas. This was the beginning of the Rashtrakuta Empire in Deccan. Political summary of the Rashtrakutas. Danti Durga. Danti Durga reign is from 735 AD to 756 AD. He is also known as Danti Varman or Danti Durga II. Just after occupying Vatapi, he also carried out several conquests but became unpopular very soon and was deposed by his uncle Krishnavan. Danti Durga made Gulbarga his capital and defeated the Karnat Bala of the Badami Chalukya Kirtivarman II. He also defeated the kings of Lata, Gujarat, Malwa, Kalinga, Nagas and assumed the title of Rajadhiraj. He was deposed by his uncle Krishnavan. Now next in line is Krishnavan, who was the uncle of Danti Durga. Krishnavan is known for completing the establishment of Rashtrakuta supremacy over the dominions of Chalukyas. Last Badami Chalukya, Kirtivarman II, though defeated by Danti Durga, but remained in power till 757 AD, when he was destroyed by Krishnavan. This is mentioned in the copper plate grant of Govind III. Krishnavan is best known for execution of the most marvelous architectural work in India, that is the Kailash temple at Ellora. Kailash temple is the most extensive and the most opulent example of rock cut architecture in India. Govinda II. Krishnavan was succeeded by Govinda II, his eldest son. He became unpopular soon and was excessively indulged in the sensual pleasures. He left the administration to his younger brother Dhruva, Nirupama. Dhruva, who was also known by the name of Nirupama. Now Dhruva. Dhruva was an able prince who continued the wars with the neighbors and expanded the frontiers of the Rashtrakuta Empire. This was a reign of Dhruva when Rashtrakuta emerged as one of the great powers in India. Dhruva's son Govindra III was also one of the most remarkable princes of this dynasty. The capital of Rashtrakuta up till now was Nasik, and it was shifted to Maneakheta, Malkhed, by Govinda III. Govinda III's conquests were up to Cape Comorin in south, Kannauj in north and Banaras in south. His reign was from 794 AD to 814 AD, that is around 20 years. Amogh Varsha. Govinda III was succeeded by his son Amogh Varsha or Amogh Varsha I or Nrupathunga, Nrupathunga. The reign of Amogh Varsha is from 800 to 878 AD, though some scholars say that his reign was 62 years. One of the longest reigns. He was the greatest ruler of the Rashtrakuta Empire. He indulged in constant wars with the eastern Chalukyas of Vengi and remained successful. Amogh Varsha was a patron of the Jains and liberally patronized the Digambar sect of Jains. His contribution led to the rapid progress made by the Digambar Jain sect in the 9th and 10th century. Under Jinasena, Jinasena and Gunabhadra, Gunabhadra, as evident from the source of Mahapurana. Both of these Digambar Jain monks enjoyed favor of more than one monarch and much responsible to eclipse Buddhism. The result was that Buddhism finally disappeared from Deccan in the early 12th century. Amoghavarsa deeply loved his subjects, and many historians have compared him with Ashoka. Successors of Amoghavarsa. Amoghavarsa was succeeded by Krishna too. Though his period is 878 AD to 914 AD, but it seems that he started ruling during his father's reign. He was followed by Indra II, who was succeeded by Amoghavarsa II. Amoghavarsa II was killed by his brother Govinda IV within 1 year of his rule. Govinda IV ruled till 935 AD. The feudatories of Govinda IV revolted and deposed him. He was succeeded by Amoghavarsa III. Amoghavarsa III was also known by the name of Badiga, Baddiga. These all rulers were less important, and finally the dynasty came to an end as the last ruler, Kaka II, Kaka II, or also named by the name of Karaka, Karaka, was killed by Taila II, Taila, or Talpa II, Talpa, the scion of the old Chalukya stock in 973 AD. The scion of the old Chalukya stock in 973 AD. Scion means a descendant of a notable family. Thus, Taila II founded the dynasty of Chalukyas of Kalyani, which lasted for 2 centuries. Now, the legacy of the Rashtrakutas. The reign of Rashtrakutas of Manyakheta was from 753 AD to 982 AD. The reign started in 753 AD when Danti Durga defeated Kirtivarman II of the Chalukyas of Badami and himself became the ruler. So the reign of Rashtrakuta of Manyakheta was from 753 AD to 982 AD. The Rashtrakutas were great patrons of architecture. The Rashtrakuta architecture was a splendid form of rock-cut architecture. Most of the shrines were Buddhist caves, such as Ellora and elephants at Maharashtra. Some notable points about the Kailash Nath temple at Ellora. Ellora caves, located 30 km northwest of Aurangabad, make up one of the major cave temple groups in India belonging to the Rashtrakuta period. In Ellora there are Buddhist, Hindu as well as Jain caves, temples spread over a stretch of 2 kilometers. These are not just cave temples but also temples sculpted out of rock and are much richer in style and detail. From cave number 1 to cave number 12 are Buddhist caves, from cave number 13 to cave number 29 are Hindu caves, and from cave number 30 to cave number 34 are Jain caves, excavated in that order. That means there are 12 Buddhist caves, 5 Jain caves, and 17 Hindu caves. Most extensive and sumptuous of them all is the Kailash Nath temple. It was carved out of single solid granite, about 100 feet height, and the temple measures 150 by 100. There are 4 main parts of the temple. and those are the main shrine. The Kailashnath temple measures 150 foot cross 100 foot. There are four main parts of this temple, and those are the main shrine, the entrance gateway to the west, a Nandi pavilion, and cloister all around the courtyard. The architectural style used in the Kailashnath temple was Dravid. Now we will study the Rashtrakuta